I got to just go through the phone and, obviously fight of the night. Everyone's pretty impressed with it. So like I felt like I could have done more out there. So I'm always my hardest critic. But everyone seems to be pretty happy. So I'll watch back and probably soak it up. But it's pretty cool, man. To come back and it's pretty crazy, really. So it just hasn't properly set in yet.
Having been out of the cage for a little bit of time, not even that long, but to be out for a long time for you, what's the emotions going back in there, right? Coming off 2 losses, going in there, there's always questions about you. As you're making the walk in the cage, is there even a doubt or confidence, or are you going in there being like, oh, no, it's time to remind myself to take a few minutes to get ready? What's going through your mind?
Look, just got a job to do. Even though I'm coming off the 2 losses, I didn't really care about that, going over there and just remembering what we want to do, what he's going to want to do, just stick to it, just remember a couple of the things that we worked on. That was going through my head. While I was in there, I feel like he was there to be hit. Like, I could have done a lot more. I could have done more, but I just wouldn't pull the trigger as much as I'd like, even though there was shots where I could just stick out the jab and I was right there. I could have done probably a lot more. So I'm my hardest critic. I'll watch it back, and then we'll see. But obviously, everyone going to count you out. Is he done? Obviously I took some shots as well, so I didn't go lights out. So that's good. A lot of people probably thinking that's what would have happened. So I guess I'm glad I got to feel that and bounce back from a bit of adversity.
You said you could have done more. You did hit him a lot with big shots as well. Were you surprised? Because he's a little.
I know I must have, because my hands bloody hurt. So I must have landed some big shots.
Were you surprised he was able to take some of those?
Yeah, even that first round, had the ground and pound, I was like, oh no, man, this is where I can get the finish. But he did a great job to stop the takedowns in the later rounds. But I just had to stay disciplined. You know what I mean? As soon as I'll do a couple of mistakes, he was able to capitalise on it. But when I stayed disciplined, I could make him miss and tee off on him. Land some nice clean jabs and learn some clean stuff. But just had to stay disciplined.
You mentioned, look, he did capitalise on some mistakes. I think he dropped you in the second round. Proper bars, a little off balance. What were we feeling?
I can't remember which one it was that I just got me in the eye and I lost complete vision. That was fourth, the one, I couldn't see nothing. So that was a fourth. The other one, went down. I felt like, I was there, like I knew what was going on, but obviously I went down. So, it must have, got me at least a little bit rocked, I guess. Off balance, I know. Like I said, I'll watch it back. I felt fine, but I'll watch it back.
And then last one, you've obviously, we spoke about it before the fight, and I'm sure it's going to keep coming up, but you've achieved so much, beaten so many legends of the sport already, but to become a 2-time undisputed featherweight champion, you said this would be the biggest achievement of your career. Now you sit up there, you said it hasn't soaked in, but to actually sit there and be like, wow, I am champion of the world again. How do you feel?
Yeah, good. It was funny. Before I went out, I was saying, like, I promised, I do my walk around the mat while I'm warming up, and I always say, there's no way that they're taking this away from my family. Is what I would say, like, when I had the belt, and I'm like, and I sort of said that at the start today, like while I was walking around, I was like, I promised my girls I'll bring the belt back, and then I'm like, it's not about bringing the belt back. And like I even said it in there, I go, well, it's not about bringing the belt back. It's about overcoming this adversity, these 2 losses, the break I had. A lot of people are going to think I'm done. 36 years old. That is more important. Me, showing my kids, what you could be capable of. When people are counting you out, and I said to you all week, everyone has every right to count me out. Coming off 2 losses, big break, 36 years old, young, hungry, dangerous guy. And I told you, like, hey, I'm the guy to, you can definitely think that. You've got every right until I change your mind. Hopefully I changed your mind. And I think there's more of a message in all of that than just taking the belt back to the family.
That's over. You talked about the amount of damage that Diego could take, but Dan Ige said that no, he's never faced anyone that hits as hard as Diego. That the power just felt different. For Featherweight, it was more of like a thudding power. So when you were in there, you can see a little bit on your face, but like, how did the power?
More than a little bit, yeah. I guess so. He puts it all in, right? And he really commits to his shots. That's why, you know, you can land on him too, you can capitalize on that. But if he lands on you, he's, you know what I mean, when someone holds a pad and be like, yeah, just give it a crack, like he's doing that every time he's swinging, so it's going to hurt, right? He's going to have some weight behind it. But yeah, he done, you know, I've got a few stitches, you know, a couple of stitches here, like in my mouth, so he's done a great job. But at the same time, he's got a freaking hard head. Yeah, my hands, especially in that first round, like some of the ground and pound, I'm like, man, I can finish this fight. But yeah, took it well, hurt my hand straight away.
There were a couple other featherweight fights on this card. You know, Yair got the big win over Pitbull. John Silva had one of the better performances of his career. I'm curious, did you get to watch those, and what did you make of your fellow featherweights?
Yeah, I got to watch it. I'm always watching. Backstage, getting to watch the fights. Yair looked great. I was saying that, I'm like, you know, people's, you know, talking about $1 million fight and, you know, all this stuff. I'm like, man, just, you got a tough guy ahead of you, man. Just focus on that. You get a good performance, all right, you might get the shot. With Yair, I hear that he was get the title shot. Look, he's a good dude. I like him a lot. If the UFC I want to give it to him, I ain't gonna stop I ain't gonna stop that for him. But yeah, I'll be honest. I did before that fight. I didn't think if he won, he would be getting shot. Like, I'll be honest, that didn't come to my mind. But now that he's called, I'm not going to be the one to say no. But, you know, I'm going to leave everything to the UFC. Obviously, you've got guys like Mosbar, who's undefeated. I'd love to take that 0. You know what I mean? Like, we've got to see what the UFC